And yeah, welcome to a live, you hear that, live Wraggys Battle of the Beers. So tonight I've got two of the top beers, and I'm just hoping that I've turned the blooming notifications off. Let me just do that. Yeah. So Shepherd Neame's 1698, the winner of the four-way battle between Abbot Reserve, King Goblin, and Old Crafty End. So this was the champion traditional beer. As about that. And did I set this as unlisted or public? I have no idea. I thought I did, but who knows. So Shepherd and Neame, #1 traditional beer out of that four-way battle. Good evening, Benjamin. Versus Broadside. And, Broadside, an amazing beer. Shepherd and Neame 1698, an amazing beer. So I've literally got a 40-minute window tonight because 1, my back's killing me. 2, I'm knackered. And 3, I'm going to get drunk quickly. Fucking Instagram. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. It's doing my nutting. Uninstalled, reinstalled, and I can't for the life of me figure out what's going on. 1698 bottle conditioned Kentish strong ale is a living product that continues to ferment in the bottle. This creates a natural sediment just like real ale as it ferments in the cask at the pub. Only local hops, malted barley, glucose syrup and water drawn from our artesian well are used to brew 1698. That's quite interesting because in a lot of ways brewing these days with wells, the water is not as good as it used to be. That's why in Burton nowadays they don't tend to brew from the wells anymore because of contaminants in the water. Hence why it is called Fry's Hopped. So, my back. So, good evening, Lee. It's been a while. Yes, I wanted to do the box tickers, to be fair. So, how the blooming heck do I get this back up? I forgot. I've not this, but I tell you what, 40 minutes is short for me. It is. Good evening, Mr. Bullman and Mr. Bolton Wanderer. And I'll say, why don't these comments? Good evening, Thomas. So click on that. Hopefully they'll stay on. In some ways, StreamYard is better for live because the comments stay and they just scroll down and you don't lose the comments. With YouTube, they disappear after so long and you lose the comments. So yeah, that's 1698. And for those watching, this won the four-way battle of 4 absolute box ticking traditional beers. King Goblin, Old Crafty End, Abbot Reserve, and this one. I would never have said done that. Tried the live on Sunday using YouTube. Oh, flipping it. Why did I not see that? It's not easy doing lives, to be fair. You get used to it. You do, I did lives at the start of the channel, and then YouTube changed their bloody things and stopped doing the lives. So yeah, Broadside. Oh, what can I say? An amazing beer. Going to be interesting battle between both of them. There's a load of writing on the back, so I'll read the interesting bits because I'll be half an hour just reading writing if I go on too long. Oh, here it goes. From Adnams. A dark ruby red beer, rich in fruitcake flavours with a wonderful balance of malt and hop flavours. Obviously 6.3%, only 4.7 on cask. Ridiculous drop in ABV on cask. Tasted nice, mind you. But so we'll crack this one open. Off the beer tonight. I'm off work, so I've been enjoying beer since Sunday. Hopefully someone is live this weekend. You never know. Just had a Bearhaven Black Scottish Stout, lovely smoke. Bearhaven. I know it's Green King, but I do like Bearhaven. I don't own an Adnams glass, so in the Goose Island glass it goes. Don't know where I got this glass from. Good evening, Jackman. It's been a while. It has been a while. It has. I do need to get back on the ladder, the old live ladder, as it were. Maybe not after I've done 12-hour shift. My back's killing me. But yeah, so lovely dot pour on this little white head, and as you can tell, I've been changing the ink on the printer. Hey, get more down me than the fucking printer. Pardon my French. Yeah, parlez-vous français? But yeah, the ink. But at least the printer's working for the wife. That's the main thing. Keep the women happy, life's happy. Good evening, Mark. Working away in a Premier knackered. Yeah. I'm saying, mate, it's been I've had 2 long days at the garden next door at Callum. And it's good because it gives us a bit of, bit of monies. But fucking hell. I work too hard for what I do. That's the problem. Cooler weather's not happening, mate. Next week there's a heat wave. We're talking 30s up to 38 again. It was on the news earlier. Was I listening right, or did I get it wrong? Was I dreaming? I swore they turned out early, and they said the temperature's going up to 38 again next week. Might do one Sunday before the 2 o'clock football. Hey, once you get in on it, Greg, you'll enjoy it. And obviously you've got a good personality as well, so got no more sweat to give. Yeah, once you get on the lives, you'll enjoy it. It's just getting back into it, and you don't suffer from mental health, not that I know of, at least. So that's another thing, because if you don't, you don't have these down periods. And I had a ridiculously down period 2 weeks ago, really, really down. So that really too hard for too little, don't we all, mate? Started at 3:45, finished at 4:30. Shit. I mean, I started at 6:20, finished at 6:30. Long fucking day. Healthy 3 hours sleep. Healthy 3 hours sleep. I've had some good sleeps lately, actually, and I've been lowering the ABV. I can't come down. I can't come down the shed for a sneaky beer, because there's no excuse to come down the shed for a sneaky beer. So I'm having to lower the ABV. Good evening. So I'm doing a battle of the beers between 1698 and Adnams. So 1698 is the traditional beer champion, for me at least. We're all different in this world. We all drink what we drink. We like what we like. I'm drinking the Adnams now. Gotta say, it's tasting absolutely lovely. 6.3%. It's a dreamy beer. And if you go to the right shop, and this is the killer, the right shop, you might get it on 4 for £6. Go to the wrong shop, you'll pay £2.25. Morrison's, £2.25 for that. That's ridiculous. For something that's a mass-produced beer that's available on the 4 for £6 elsewhere, shouldn't happen. The supermarket there shouldn't be such a wide gap in prices. Yeah, the pay these days is crap, isn't it? When I look at some people you work with, different job, obviously. I work my arse off. They prance around doing bugger all, and they're on like 8 grand more than me because of their job title. And it's like, and I know it's always been the same, people in offices get more, but it does wind the fuck out of you. No, I've never been to Adnams store, to be honest. No. I don't leave Nottingham very much, as sad as I am. It's not, and these days it's even worse because, yeah, these days it's even worse because obviously with the cost of petrol these days and that, and everyone's bills are going up. It's really difficult for us all, and everyone's having to work longer hours just to make ends meet. But yeah, come down. Yeah, I have these spells, and sometimes it's all going off in my head. It's a shit thing. Disco, good evening, sir. Off to beer folk on Zoom. Cheers, matey. I had to go into work every day, yeah. Not kidding about Shepherd Neame though. Hey, not every beer's for us. You know, we all drink what we drink. Some people are craft beer only. Some people don't mind a bit of the stuff. Do you know, I think at some stage there's going to be riots across the country. There's going to be a civil unrest. Once it kicks in hard this winter, there'll be civil unrest. You can see it coming, can't you? Where did I buy the 1698 from? I think I bought it this weekend. So I think I bought it from Asda. Not 100%. I had been into Tesco's last weekend rather. So I know I didn't get it from Tesco's. So I got it on a 4 for free somewhere. But yeah, Morrison's prices. Ooh, not good. Do you know if all the country, we're not paying it. If the country could stop going and getting gas and oil from the pumps, then all of a sudden they'd be forced to drop the prices down. Oh, cheers. I do that sometimes just to let people know what's in the shops. If you haven't been in the shops for a while, then it's interesting to just, it's not easy in a few, and to be fair, you're not really allowed to film in supermarkets. We used to bollock people for filming. So I know this as an ex-supermarket worker. So I do it quickly and then turn the phone off. Yeah, I agree, Mark. I see a kickback happening. Cheeky Choco review. I think that was the good one, wasn't it? There was some shite beers from Home Bargains. No, I need to go to Home Bargains, to be fair. I do. Apricot Golden Ale. Oh, that sounds nice. I'm going to do another brew soon. I haven't chose what brew I'm doing. But yeah, I do need to go to Home Bargains, and I certainly need to do some more brewing. Loads of new beers now. I bought 9 yesterday. 9. My Home Bargains is shit. If you live near Carlisle, you get the best in the country. even Barry Island or whatever it's called, that down in Wales, whatever that place is called, even they don't get the stuff that Carlisle gets. A little bit of a sideways glint there, you know what I mean? But yeah, I do need to go to Home Bargains and see what they've got. Fuller's Honeydew. Yeah, Black Sheep Wig Welter is a stunning beer. One of the top traditional beers. Last night I went and bought 66 quid's worth from Low Cost Beer. Yeah, I haven't told the wife yet, so yeah, hope she's not watching this video thinking, fucking 66 quid on beer. Yeah. They had some amazing beers on Low Cost last night. Barley wines, big imperials, teepers, and I thought, I've got to do it. Cannabis beer. Oh, tailgate peanut butter milk stout. I've drank a cannabis beer, you know, and I'll get back onto this in a minute. There's all this chatting. This you get what you don't do lives very often. And I did a cannabis beer once, and I tell you what, it actually, whether it's just mind thinking, but it actually chilled me out. But sometimes I think that you know, when you take a tablet and you drink a tablet and got new JBL headphones, I need to get a fucking microphone for my phone so that there's no more people telling me that they can't hear me properly. You know when people say can't hear you, or it's muffled the sound, and it's not their fault, it's my fault, 100%. Waitrose. I've been in a Waitrose for a year, mate, and I definitely. But when I go in, I don't want to spend 20 quid. I want to go in with a nice bit of money, 80, 90 quid, and just buy everything I've not had before. You know, when you haven't been in for a long time. So, back to this a minute. I went into Marks and Spencer's the other day, and again, their beer, they had some nice beers from Polly's Brew, and they had a billionaire Marks and Spencer's jobber. But to be fair, didn't really rate it. Yeah, I need to do some own bargains again. Yeah. Might try this weekend, although this weekend we're off over to Alton Towers this weekend. So, good evening, Matthew. Perlenbacher. Yes, the Love Lane. I don't know if I had the Stewart one, but the Love Lane was absolutely stunning. Yeah, how the hell they can put that into a can for that cheap and still make a profit? They're either making no profit or I don't know what they're doing, but it was a stunning beer from Love Lane. I don't know if everybody else has had it and agrees. Benjamin, there's a new, I don't know what's happening with Aldi, but I do know there's a load of new beers coming to Aldi soon. And I've seen there's a competition for Aldi, funnily enough. Getting your free burger. I've tried 3 days on a run. That won't fuck all. So Brewdog, if you sign up to Brewdog, there's a chance you might win something from Brewdog. I've won fuck all. So, but Greg keeps telling me he's won this and that, and his mates have won this and that, and I think, no, fuck all. Lee, garden centres, you know, they are a little oasis. You don't get cheap beers in garden centres because they, good evening, Paul. Garden centres don't sell beers cheap. They sell beers, they'll buy them at £2, sell them at £4. They're all about making profit. However, you will get beers in garden centres that you don't see in supermarkets. So they are an oasis, you know, if you don't mind paying that bit extra. But if it's a beer you've never had before, then you don't mind, do you? As long as it's decent at the end. I mean, if it's shite, then you paid for a shite beer. Mini Sainsbury's inside. Ooh, that's cute. That's a clever of Sainsbury's, isn't it? So, Broadside's tasting lovely. Shepherd Neame, and then I'll actually get on to the battle, which is what I put this up for. Although more of a chat really, because it's been a while, and I need to get back in the habit. To be fair, because if I'm being honest, I see other lives, and I'm like, I don't watch them for the reason it's just not interactive enough, and they take half an hour to read bloody comments, and I can't stand that. I'd rather be quite up to date with the comments. May always miss the odd one because, you know, the only problem with drinking beer is the fact that you get half tanked. You know, it's inevitable. So you might miss comments, and for that I always apologise. You know, it's bloody ignorant when people miss your comments. I commented on a certain beer reviewer who's got, I think he's got over 4,000 followers now, if not more. But then again, he's got a mate from Wales, and it took him an hour to respond to a comment, and it was like, fuck me, can't be done with that shite. So there you go. New beers on the weekend. I love new beers at the weekend. Do another live tomorrow night. What night is it tomorrow? Friday. God, it's been such a long week. I've done so much work this week. Can't even remember what day it is. So a lighter beer than the Adnams, lovely whitehead. And would anyone in the chat think that, what the hell is the dog doing down the bottom of the stairs? Oh, fuck's sakes. 16-year-old bugger. Broadside on cast though is only 4.7%, isn't it? How crazy is that? in bottle 6.3%. So my old dog has just walked down the stairs of the decking. I hadn't locked the gate because I didn't think he'd come. Just hope he doesn't fall down and hurt himself, bless him. He's the equivalent of a 100-year-old person. He's half deaf, half blind, pisses and shits everywhere. And I do mean pisses and shits everywhere. Good evening, Shark. How are you? Oh, shit. Let me just double check what he's doing. Have a few more pints. Well, there is that, I suppose. So, anyway, he's back down there. I can rest. I'd rather he come in the shed and lie down. He can piss in it if he likes, but that's good. So, amber looking port, and this on a taste test beat King Goblin. What, pissing myself? Yeah, it's happened. King Goblin, Old Crafty Ends, and Abbott Reserve on the taste test. How the hell did it do it? I'll never know. Have I tried Brain's Dark Ale? Yeah, definitely. It's good beer. An aroma, you know. I'll give it a drink and then I'll switch on and I'll actually do the battle then. Hey, oh, Jesus Christ. I can remember doing the 4-way battle. My God, I was steaming. Absolutely steaming. Oh, God knows what a dog's doing. He's panting, so that's not a good thing. I can't see him because the cushions are in the way. So hopefully he's going to sit down and just chill his bloody arse out, so I can just get on with this live and he can just chill. Butty Back. I remember when Butty Back came into Sainsbury's, it was like, newbie. And you know, if you ever worked in supermarkets, am I working tomorrow? Yeah. R5. Getting up at R5 and I should be at work at either about 6:20 or 7 o'clock, because for my workplace, I drive on the way up to my workplace. I drive past the Wicks, and sometimes, Craig, good evening, sir. How are you? And are you enjoying the Great British Beer Festival? So jealous, but I simply can't do things that bit. You know, faraway beer festivals, can't afford it. And I mean, and you've got family down there, so it's not so bad. I can remember the old Tom Live. Yeah, never ever eat loads of chips beforehand. Moore Brewery versus Lord's Brewing Co. I don't even know who Moore Brewery is. I know Lord's Brewing, but yeah. Moore Brewery. Yeah, so I won't be on the beer late tonight, which is why but yeah, that 10 Old Tom challenge, I reckon I'd have got further, but the fact of the matter is I ate a shitload of chips to soak up the beer, and the chips hadn't gone down enough. So when I started drinking, the chips, oof. 7 bottles of 8% rich beer. Well, yeah, it might have been that, Benjamin. Right, I'm just going to check my dog because I can hear him panting. Back in a second. I do apologise. Fuck me. Silly old cunts at the bottom of the steps, fucking panting away like hell. Bless him. Wraggy's lost a little weight, can already see him, yeah. I haven't lost that much. Taking in some, didn't it? Fair play, mate, fair play. How's the, you know, the beer consumption going? And anyway, right, in a minute, I'll actually start the old, tell you what, I'm already feeling half twatted already, and I haven't even got down both beers yet, but there you go. Oh, that's tasting lovely. It's funny how the traditional beers taste so bloody good when you go back to them. So pour them both out. I hope there's a lot left in this bottle. Jesus. Got fly. And then this bottle. I ain't missed out, have I? Oh wait, oh, I have missed some. Never eat before drinking. 5 to 8. Food. Yeah. Yeah, I'd had no food yet. So I did have some Stilton cheese and salami things at work, whatever they were. No idea what they were. So colour wise, here we go. Adnams in the Goose Island and 1698 in the plain glass. So colour wise, obviously Adnams is a darker colour than the 1698. Adnams is 6.3%. 1698 is, okay, now I think it's 6.5%. Yeah, I can just about see it. I'm hoping these comments are playing ball. They're not playing ball, are you bastards? Yeah. Great range of cask, keg, cans and bottles. Cask, cans and bottles at a beer festival. That's interesting. The local beer festivals near me need to modernise. And but there again, they need to get rid of some of the old gets. All fucked and you have £3 put up to you like it. Cheers, Mark. See you soon, mate. I know what you mean. I'm there already. So on the colour wise, both look good beers. Both got a nice head on it. The 1698's got more of a head, but that might just be the fact that there was more in the bottle left. So on the aroma side of things, okay, yeah, Broadside, much better aroma, proper fruit cake aromas coming off. Whereas 1698 already is quite bland compared to the Broadside, and this beat 3 big beers, so that's interesting. But aroma isn't everything, you know. The look of a beer is not everything. Aroma is not everything. It's obviously part of the equation, but it's not everything. Right, okay, taste. Oh, that's still absolutely a bloody quality beer. Broadside's the winner. All right, Benjamin, this will be interesting, mate. I never thought 1698 would beat King Goblin. Didn't see it, you know. And it's an honest review. I'm never going to lie, you know. For me, King Goblin was always a better beer, but it was surprising to me. Anyway, 1698. Ooh, so take a nice gulp. Yeah, been to the Little Beer Festival. Some great beers this beer festival. What I loved about the Little Beer Festival, Jesus, nearly got the bottle off. What I loved about the Little Beer Festival is the prices of craft beers. I picked up 12 for 20 quid. Some of those beers were absolute stunners. The Love Lane one, for me, was the king. It was, I can't even remember what it was now. You know, I've slept since then. I've drank some more beer since then. but it was an absolute stunning beer. And to get 12 decent craft beers for 20 quid, you can't fault that. You know, if the breweries themselves can make enough money to make that viable, that I don't know. You know, to make brewing viable, you've got to be producing a hell of a lot of beer and knocking it out at a cheap rate to make it viable. And then for Lidl to not take too much profit, because it's all down to supermarkets being greedy bastards. Have I done an old grocery review? I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's be fair, in all the equations with beer, is that supermarkets are greedy. You know, they don't sell anything and not make a good profit on top, which is sad, really. Even the likes of Co-op chuck a lot of money on top of a beer, so they buy their beers quite cheap. But you look at the bigger supermarkets with more power, it's all down to power. It's all down to the rich controlling the world, which is really, really sad. But you know, they can push the prices down. Yeah, good evening, matey. Are you on holiday? And is it going well? And where are you? Filey? No? And wish I was on holiday. But yeah, doing well. It's been a good week this week. I've had a good positive week at work. And we've now actually got a works van. So at some stage, I'm going to stop using my car so much and drive up to Cockcliffe and use the van to travel to Newark, and then back in the van and pick my car up to come home. And one, I'll get extra hours for doing it out of hours, but two, I'll save petrol, which is the key, because when it's not my petrol, then that's a good thing, you know. Bonjour, monsieur, comment tu t'appelles? And good evening again. So we're on the battle of the Adnams, this one, versus 1698, that one. Aromacide, Broadside was always the king. Bridlington, Homebrew Taproom. Now I'm on salted cream caramel stout. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, a Homebrew Taproom. Did I read that right? Apologies. Yeah, I've had a beer. I'm half asleep. You know, these things happen, don't they? You know. Yeah. Fucking hell. You've been there, Slurpy Dave, far too much. But yeah, it's not Slurpy Dave in a different thing, is it? I've not seen him for a while, to be fair. I do miss the good old days from about, you know, a good year or so ago. They were cracking days. I couldn't do it these days. But Homebrew Taproom. Oh, do you know? So are they selling the beer in a Homebrew Taproom? Or do you pay to get in and the beer's free? Or is it a charity thing where you pay to enter, but the beer, you're not selling the beer? That's interesting, because in some ways I could do the same down here in Wraggys Taproom. You know, there's always ways to circumvent the law. Oh, that bell hasn't been rang for a while. It's good to ring the bell. Wakes everyone up. Yeah, you fuckers in the background not listening. So we'll give it another taste test. Free for a tenner. That's not so bad. Could you imagine selling your own? Yeah, duty on beer is ridiculous, isn't it? I know this from when Lincoln Green took me on their brewery tour. Adnams Old Ale. Oh, not had that one. I'd love, you know, as somebody who's a fan of beer, and you know, this beer reviewing bollocks is one thing, but I've, like most people who watch beer review channels and follow and are beer reviewers and follow beer reviewers and all that, we're all fans of a bit of beer. So a new beer is like, oh, Christmas, you know. I always get that thing, but whenever it's a new beer, it's like, Jesus Christ, I've got to try it, you know. And then when you try it and you paid £5 for it and you think, fucking hell, shite. But, you know, that thing with having new beers. Brewer and Taproom, okay. I've got my holiday in October, yeah. Let's hope it's warm. What we need is a really warm winter, yeah. Record-breaking warm winter, and then up yours to the gas companies, yeah. Shove your gas up your arse, yeah. That's what we want. Whether it'll happen, what we don't want is a cold winter, because Jesus Christ, it's going to force a lot of people into poverty, if they're not already in poverty, with the cost of living going up and all that. Awful times. Bloody Conservative government, you know. I was happy in some ways because Corbyn was the worst person you'd ever want as a prime minister. But bloody hell, we need a change from what we've got. We can't be looking after the rich anymore. You've got to be looking after but we can't be looking after people who are shy of work. Everybody needs to work to all join in and make the world a better place. Warm winter will probably cause the flowers confusion, but they've got that already, mate. In Grimsby, drinking Broadside. Hey, fair play, cracking pint. Is it 4.7% on cask? I think it was when it was Nottingham. Shane, it's been a while, mate. We need to chat about your garden on our little chat group. I need to come up one Saturday or Sunday, most likely a Sunday, and come and blast your garden and set you up for the future, because when I've done it once and tell you how to win, it's so easy. You know, gardening is easy when you know how. There's a way to win in gardening that you think, fucking hell, why did I not do this before? So every garden that I've ever looked after, first I have the battle, you know, Lord of the Rings, you know, Minas Tirith, the battle. And then once you beat the garden, it's so easy, you know. Well, hopefully. So 38 minutes in, and I'm still talking shit, and I've still not reviewed Battle of the Bears. Do apologise. Yes. And there's a lot more in that glass, so let's get this down. Thomas, I'd love to come to your neck of the world, mate. It's been so long since I've been over to Northern Ireland and Ireland. It really has. My wife is totally missing her homeland. And there's Tato Park, which is a theme park in Ireland. And again, you know, we need to get over. The only thing stopping us, like most of us in life that live in the real world, is money, you know. And we're paying for this wedding vow thing we're doing next year, and it's crippling us. And then fucking stupid governments and all that bollocks. Oh, I did read that. I do apologise. Oh, the comments on YouTube are so shit. Apologies. Took the trees down, look so much bigger now. Yes. So, go to Wilko's, buy yourself some concentrated weed killer. Don't buy the stuff in spray, because it's shit and it costs you a fortune. Buy the stuff that comes in 1 litre. It's about £7. It's concentrated glyphosate is the name. Buy yourself a sprayer. Pour it in at the recommended rate. Start spraying your paths. With the heat at the moment, it will kill them weeds off. That's the way to make that, you know your path area, to kill it off. And it's just a case of every 2 weeks doing that. And trust me, you win. But there we go. So bought me a ticket for the Arboretum Beer Festival. When you go in, I wasn't going to go because it's my old workplace, and I have both great memories of the Arboretum because I met my wife down there, and I also have some shit memories, backstabbing shitbag workmates who, yeah, nasty fuckers. We all come across bad people in life, and yeah, it's funny enough. I've come across quite a few. Yeah, maybe I'm a bad person. Unless I just get that fucking back down the toilets and oh fucking hell, the toilets. Oh dear. I mean, my mate locking up the toilets one night, locking up anybody in. He stood outside, and he's a big lad. And this bloke walks by and checks his bollocks. Actually grabs his bollocks. My mate fucking gave him a good hiding. And then he rang me up and says, I'm in trouble. Because he proper gave him a good hiding. And a live from the toilets. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Saturday. Okay. Right, I'll try and get down there for the Saturday. Yeah. Because if someone's going, then I don't mind going. And, you know, getting a ticket, going down and doing some, you know, reviews and shit down there, doing videos. And because of my knowledge of the park, I can do reminiscing from the Arboretum, like, oh, this is the place where I caught 2 people, yeah, and all sorts of things. Yeah. Oh dear. If I could remember everything that happened, my God. Yeah. 1, you'd never eat pork again. And 2, you'd never go in a public toilet and stand there with somebody watching you. You know, you'd always go in the cubicles. You'd be like, fuck off. But there you go. So, it's had time to breathe. Let's see who is the winner. And again, Adnams is smelling really, really nice. 1698, not so good on the aroma side of things. Taste. Ooh. Ooh. Fucking hell, feeling off tanked. The tour of the Arboretum. Yeah, Bang the Elephants are going to be there. Neon Raptor, Castle Rock, Navigation. There's going to be quite a few people there, so it will be a laugh. The wife says to me she's not going. So it's just it's late August, so I just need to work out the monetary aspects because we've got a lot of stuff coming up. A holiday away. We're going to Blackpool late August as well. I think early September actually. It's that time of the year, you know, you want to get out of it. Robin Hood on the Friday. Yes, Robin Hood Beer Festival on the Friday. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I'll need some, I might need some bodyguards at the side of me because the camera absolutely hate me. Yeah. Nottingham camera, for whatever reason, they've got a proper dislike of me. Yeah. I mean, I even went down and volunteered for the bastards last year. And, pardon my French. Yeah. And, yeah. And then after the beer festival, and the way it was, and even since that, it's like, fucking hell, you know. So I'll go down and, yeah. And the funny thing is, you know, the unedited version of Mr. Rag can wipe the floor with most people. So it's only the YouTube version that's really, you know, quite quiet. You know. But we all have that, don't we? You know, none of us want to be arseholes. I need to order my tickets as well. Yes, I've got to pay for the wife. I've got to pay for her mate. So I might have to do that next week, to be fair. Where are you going, Paul? And it was great to see you last year. It was a good year, to be honest. It was a great event at the beer festival. You know, I did miss a few hours where I was absolutely bladdered, and then I came round again, and you know, the wife stole my tickets off me. Probably a good thing actually, because I was already fucking steaming. And Tenerife, fair play, mate. It's got to be done. You know, getting out there. Life's about getting out there and enjoying it. So we're near the end and of the beers, and let's see who wins. Broadside, 1698. 1698 beat King Goblin, Old Crafty M, Abbott Reserve, and as we know, they are top class traditional beers. My gosh, proper feeling it now. So I know what Adnams tastes like. Broadside. Bloody hell, it's close. It's closer than you think. When you let the air breathe. Lovely Baltic Porter. Best weed killer for ivy coming off the fence. Right, go to, you can't buy the stuff that you used to buy. So if you've got somebody you know who's got old-fashioned creosote, then creosote the ivy coming over the fence. That will kill it back so far. Other than that, if you can't get creosote, get concentrated glyphosate from Wilco's. Do not water it down. Paintbrush, pour it into a, you know, some sort of jar. Paintbrush the bastard on to the ivy to stop it. It's all about strength of a weed killer. The government have reduced the strength of a weed killer to stop you doing this, but it's not stopping the weeds. And the same with bugs, it's not stopping the bugs. And that's why sometimes for farmers, they allow the strong stuff to come back out. You know, it's that thing. So the winner of 1698 and Adnams, well, 1698 was a worthy contender. However, Broadside is now the king of traditional beers. Wow. Wow. There may be another challenge. You know, I did not see 1698 winning when it did, but Broadside has won on the beer versus beer, you know, at the same time. We can all review beers and we can all give scores, you know, if you did that sort of thing, like I do. But the only ever chance of, you know, of getting a true, accurate beer versus beer is actually doing it versus the other beer. And that has won. So that is absolutely stunning. So Broadside is now my king of traditional supermarket beers. And which means I'll have to get another Broadside and start challenging other beers that I think may take its role. It's not always about the ABV. Taste, aroma, flavour, looks, they all come part of the package. But it's interesting. Rig Welter is a beer that I need to put against Broadside sometime in the future, because Rig Welter is another one of those beers that is a stunning beer. But in any case, I'm absolutely feeling absolutely twattered. Have I covered the comments? And I think I have. Oh, Jesus. And Good evening, Darren. Mr. Urban Chicken Ale, a legend in Ilson. Why is it called Ilson over Ilkeston? I never knew that. So, lovely maple from Little. It's superb, absolutely superb. Yeah, you need to get that back down to Nottingham. Yeah. We need to sort it out. Get Liam, Shane, a load of us. Oh, took my time with these bears tonight. I fucking took my time talking. And yeah, Broadside had to win it. Yeah, damn right, matey. Damn right. But 1698 is a good beer as well. Right, fancy a bit. Get on loud tomorrow. Broadside versus Big Rotor is definitely an interesting beer. But yeah, Mr. Urban Chicken, Darren, you know, local brewer, home brewer turned commercial brewer, and literally, if you look on Untapped, not that I use that shite app because they spam the shit out of me. But if you look on Untapped, one of the top brewers in the country, and his beers are amazing. You know what? When your beers sell out before you've brewed them, how good are your beers? Lots of breweries can't sell their beers, so they sell them cheap to the likes of fucking Wetherspoons, pardon my swearing. And when your beers sell out before you've brewed them, then you know you're an absolute class brewer. And he's a top class bloke as well. Yeah. And he's in the chat, but I'll say it to his face anyway. But yeah, you know you're doing well if you're somebody in the beer trade and the anticipation for your beers is so high. I've struggled to get a beer because every time I go to a bloody pub, the beers have gone because all the thirsty people who know their beers have already drank all the good stuff before I've even got there. And it's like, have you got any of that Urban Chicken, mate? Oh, it's sold out. And I thought, oh, hey. And so it's in any shape, in any beer, if your beer's selling out that well, then you're doing a good job. And you know, all of us like decent beer, and whether it be traditional, craft, or any type of beer, good beer will always win. And you know, follow your dreams in that respect, because like with Mr. Urban Chicken Ale, he's now doing it full time, and I am hand on heart so proud of the journey, because you know, that ability to do it, and obviously more cans please, but that's just me. But obviously with brewing beer you need to, you know, pay the bills and do all that, and then it's interesting because what do you brew next? And obviously you're flitting from style to style, and you're looking at what can you do next. And for anybody, I don't know if Liam's still in the room, but anybody who went to Nottingham's Robin Hood Beer and Cider Festival, yeah, just in case anybody from camera's watching, not that I care about a camera, but personally, not the way they spoke to me, but anybody from the Robin Hood Beer and Cider Festival last year will know that the brown ale from Urban Chicken was one of the beers of the festival, and that wasn't just from me who knows Urban Chicken, but that was from people up and down the country who appreciated a fine beer. The other beer that really hit the spot at Nottingham's the Robin Hood Beer and Cider Festival was the Salted Caramel Mild from Navigation Brewery. And again, so I think one was an 8% beer. Oh, and one was, I think it was 3.6, 3.8%, the Salted Caramel. So two massive beers that both ends of the spectrum. I actually really loved the 17%, but that's just me being greedy. Navigation Brewery Imperial that they bought out, and the wife pinched it off me. Yeah, she was drinking a 9%. She come along and says, "Sea Wise Giant." That was the beer, and she took one sip, and it's like, well, you have that, and I'll have that, and it's like, what? And she really loved the 17%, which is about the same strength as Bailey's, to be honest. So she's used to that sort of strength. But she had a great time as well. We had a great time at the beer festival last year. So tonight, Broadside has won, and I'm going to be looking. I'm going to buy another Broadside, and on the channel, I may do a thing where, for the community, what do you think can topple Broadside? It's not just ABV, it's about aroma, flavour, taste, all the boxes. What can beat it? That's in supermarkets, because it's readily available to all of us. And that's it for this live beer review / chat / beer battle. And I'm off tanked, so I'm going to go up the house and try not to look drunk. Try. These things, never happens. But thank you for everyone who joined us tonight. And looks like the comments have stopped. I have no idea. If the comments haven't stopped, blame YouTube, because I can't say any more. Yeah, laters. Thanks, Paul. And but yeah, in any case, thank you to everyone coming on tonight. It's been a while since I've done a live. I will do more lives, both local and national reviews, and I'll try and stop swearing as well, because it's not good, it's naughty. But yeah, Adnams Broadside, the new king of traditional supermarket beers. Wow, that is quite the honour. Yeah, for me at least. Yeah. Not that I'm anybody in spectacular or anything like that. Just some bloke from Sherwood, who was born in St Anne's. Yeah. But anyway, who's a gardener? Yeah. But cheers all. See you soon.